I think one of the reasons we're seeing so many mutual interests between the folks who visit shows like ISE and shows like IBC, which of course is broadcast related, is that they're realising that there's commonality in the equipment from folks like us, and there's commonality in their applications. And that's why they're coming together, and of course IP is right in the middle of that. So moving audio and video over IP is exactly why they're coming together, and exactly why folks like us who've been doing AV over IP for so long are in the right place to help them. I think when you look at the different user types that you find in the broadcast environment and the AV environment, and start from the most complicated TV studio you can imagine, and at the other extreme a simple HDMI to HDMI cable, there's a lot of different user cases in between. And that is something that IPMX has set out to address. Now, it's not unusual to find clusters. Most manufacturers look at clusters of people with the same needs and make products for this cluster and that cluster. And what IPMX has done is taken a much wider view and say, hey, can't we come up with some sort of scheme? And we're doing it through published standards and open specifications. It's some sort of scheme that will allow that continuum of people to become a ladder. Then you can stay on one rung if you want, but if you want to climb a rung or go down a rung, you can. And that happens even within an organisation. You might get a big bank that's got a top-notch TV studio as well as a digital signage environment. So they have lots of different classes of users. IPMX set out to say, well, let's do that. Let's handle the 2110 at the top end, as well as JPEG XS on the way, HE265 and so on. One of the questions we often hear is, have I got to lose all the kit I've got? Now, it's easy if you're starting with a completely gutted building, a blank sheet of paper, you put in what you want. The reality is that on the third floor you've probably got a system that's still got 3 or 4 years to go before it's end of life. The NDI cameras that you've just put in, you don't want to lose just at the moment. So you end up with a hybrid scenario. Maybe different departments have taken different decisions for good reason, but you've got different systems. So one of the things that we have to do is connect up those disparate systems. And if you can do it in the network, then you end up with the monitorability, the security, the routability, all of the things that the network has given you, as well as its scalability, of course. But you didn't have to take the content out of the first system as HDMI and put it back into the other one as HDMI. And so we've produced an IP to IP gateway solution that does exactly that. You've got NDI, you want to send it out as SRT, that's something that needs to be done in the network. And so we're producing now, and this is unexpected from Matrox, a device that isn't an edge device. It's an in-network device. Looks after all those conversions in the network. I think when there's a new technology that is out and about, you start out with the folks who've never heard of it, and you get the early adopters, of course. And I think this year is the year when the hockey stick, we go past that curve on the hockey stick, and the big takeoff starts. The word we're hearing from big shows like NAB is, we think IPMX is this year, and they're going to support it wholeheartedly, and we see that in our customers as well.